My boyfriend, Tyler, suddenly had to leave for a business trip but forgot to log out of WeChat on his laptop. While shutting it down for him, I accidentally glimpsed his messages. Babe, keep me company tonight. Your hubby's starving. The girl, Zoe, wrote. Then you'd better wear protection. I'm not ready to get pregnant. He replied, frowny face if it happens. We'll have the baby. A little girl just as adorable as you. Suppressing the storm inside me, I clicked the avatar identical to mine. Her Moments feed displayed wedding photos with a strikingly handsome man in the corner. So, was I the other woman? Tyler and I were high school sweethearts. After I went abroad for college while he attended school in Beijing, our connection faded from the distance. When we reunited at a class reunion this year, I learned he'd been waiting for me all this time. Friends joked I was his first love. Blushing, Tyler avoided my gaze while murmuring poetry, the one I yearn for dwells beyond distant horizons. My heart soared, believing fate had reunited two soulmates. Until 5 minutes ago, when I discovered two contacts named Babe in his logged-in WeChat, both with matching avatars and nicknames. The other woman's chat history revealed shocking intimacy. My hands turned glacial as I scrolled through years' worth of messages, my pulse thundering against the numbness spreading through my limbs. Yesterday, he'd claimed urgent business travel, yet simultaneous messages to her read frowny face, babe. Your hubby needs you tonight. Right now. Was my boyfriend betting her in some hotel? Bile rose in my throat. A week ago, when I'd confided work troubles, he'd comforted me with, wait at home, come cry in your man's arms. That same hour, he'd texted her frowny face, sorry baby. Family dinner. I'll come satisfy you after. Get ready for me. Now I understood why he'd rushed out after comforting me, to feast on another. 10 days back. His company team building was actually a hotel rendezvous where he'd ordered ultra-thin condoms from Amazon. 2 weeks prior, his oversleeping masked an entire night at her place, complete with morning sex. My trembling hands photographed her WeChat ID just as a new message popped up from Ryan, his creepy friend I'd always disliked. Legend! When are you gonna tag team both? It read. Tyler replied, frowny face, patience. They need proper training first. Don't forget to train Goddess Mina. Ryan responded. That Ice Queen act? Bet she's wild in bed. Send pics next time? Goddess Mina. Their nickname for me. Ha ha ha. A photo popped up in the chat window, my blurred silhouette during shower time. When did he even take this? Tyler continued, frowny face, I'll record a video later. Can't let the boys feel shortchanged. These two men had no bottom line. Absolute scum. I couldn't take it anymore. I rushed to the bathroom, retching over the toilet. The stomach acid burned my throat but cleared my mind. One thing became crystal clear, I needed to dump this man. When I returned, the WeChat on his laptop had logged out. Tyler must have realized he forgot to sign off. My phone pinged with his message, frowny face, babe. Check if my WeChat's still logged in on my laptop? Mwah. Any sane person knows you can remotely log out devices. He'd abandoned basic logic to test me. I sneered, replying, frowny face, didn't notice earlier. Want me to check now? Nah. Leave it. Nothing my girl can't see anyway. Smooth talker. Too bad his true colors made my skin crawl. Opening my contacts, I hovered over the girl's WeChat ID. She was probably with Tyler right now. Even if I messaged her, his silver tongue would smooth things over. Timing mattered. The next evening, Tyler returned home. As usual, he hugged me from behind and kissed my cheek. Missed you so much, babe. Fighting revulsion, I forced a smile. Really? Or just checking up on me? He pinched my nose playfully. Doubting your future husband's devotion? Punishment, no pajamas tonight. What I'd once dismissed as couples banter now sent ice crawling up my spine. Every hair stood alert. He wanted nighttime footage. My fist itched to smash his smirking face. But I bit my tongue. Had awful day at work. I mumbled, ducking my head. Just want to sleep early. Tyler kissed my temple and headed to bed. I locked myself in the bathroom for evening routine. When his snores rattled the walls and his phone entered sleep mode, I crept to my phone. Using matching profile pictures, I requested the girl's contact as high school classmate. She approved instantly. Sending frowny face? My thumb slipped on her profile, revealing recent posts. There she stood in bridal white. Tyler's unmistakable reflection in her mirror. Who is this? She messaged when I froze. If you don't talk, I'll delete you. I snapped a 2-second video of snoring Tyler frowny face. We might have matching boyfriends. Yours Tyler Young? Minutes crawled by. He's two-timing us. Given your wedding photos, I'm likely the other woman. Found out today. The reply came fast. Frowny face. Our wedding's next month. My heart plunged through the floor. I could have just slapped that jerk and walked away, keeping my hands clean. But I couldn't stand the thought of another girl being deceived too. She deserved better than wasting her affection on trash. If she turned out to be some naive romantic, I'd only end up covered in mud myself. After seeing typing linger forever, her message finally popped up. Frowny face. How dare the scumbag think he can get married? I'll skin him alive. Let's meet up. Sis, we'll take him down together. My pounding heart finally settled. Exhaling slowly, I typed frowny face. I'm Mina Sinclair. She responded instantly. Frowny face. Zoe Fong. After quick verification, Zoe and I arranged a covert meetup. The next day while Tyler went to work, I called in sick and headed to our prearranged cafe. Spotting Zoe immediately, I noted her designer outfit and bubbly charm, clearly from money. Her appraising glance met mine. You've got such classy vibes. I forced a smile, the bitter taste of betrayal making genuine warmth impossible. Zoe launched into action like a hurricane, cross-referencing timelines. As we pieced together Tyler's 2-year deception, the full picture emerged. He'd first charmed Zoe through business connections, then last year used helping his buddy Ryan as coverto pursue me at alumni events, rotating between our apartments. He'd even paraded us separately before his parents, all complicit in the lie. We used matching couple icons. Zoe slammed her latte. Same pet names. My wedding invitations are already sent. Do you know what this humiliation will do to my family's reputation? My heart ached for her. This sheltered heiress had never imagined such cruelty. Without my intervention, she might have married obliviously into this web of lies. Squeezing her manicured hand, I murmured, "Let's cut our losses." Her eyes flashed. Let it go? Never. My pulse quickened. What are you thinking? Revenge. She hissed. Perfect. The upcoming society wedding could become Tyler's public execution, wealthy guests included. I'd hesitated suggesting it myself, but Zoe's furious spark mirrored my thoughts. Instead of canceling, I began. Her grin turned feral. Our plotting was interrupted by simultaneous phone alerts. Identical messages from Tyler. Frowny face baby. The breeze reminds me how much I miss you. We exchanged disgusted glances. Play along? I mouthed. Typing, the sunshine feels like your smile. While Zoe scoffed. Heiress privilege, I'll leave him on read. Trust me. He'll come crawling. One more thing. I warned. He's been sending our photos to Ryan. Her French-tipped nails dug into the table. Those vile creeps. After finalizing plans, we parted, Zoe storming off in her Chanel tweed, me adjusting my blazer. Let the games begin. That night when I returned home, Tyler kept pestering me for intimacy. I brushed him off and retreated to the bathroom to text Zoe. His phone rang almost immediately. After checking the message, his expression shifted and he left abruptly with some excuse. Relieved to dodge that bullet, I asked Zoe what she'd sent. She replied triumphantly. Frowny face told him to show up at my place right now or kiss the wedding goodbye. Worried. I asked frowny face, but he's actually going there. What now? Let him freeze his ass off outside all night. A giggling emoji followed frowny face pre-wedding jitters. Totally normal, right? I silently gave her message a heart. An hour later, Zoe texted again, frowny face, he's pacing outside my door. I want to slap that smug face so bad. I encouraged frowny face, hold steady. Save the fireworks for the grand finale. Meanwhile, Tyler messaged me, frowny face, can't come back tonight. Babe. Fucking boss making me pull an all-nighter. Smirking coldly, I send soothing reassurances while forwarding everything to Zoe. The month flew by. With the wedding approaching, Tyler spent most days catering to Zoe's pre-wedding anxiety, enduring her expensive tantrums and bleeding his wallet dry. Though visibly irritated, he kept sweet-talking the Fong family heiress. Too greedy for her family's fortune to show his true colors. To avoid suspicion, I occasionally reached out to Tyler after coordinating with Zoe. Each time things started heating up, Zoe's emergency calls would yank him away. After several aborted attempts, he finally claimed being swamped with work and promised to make it up to me later. I smiled sweetly. Internally, I counted down, enjoy your last days. Cheater. Hell's gates open soon. The wedding day arrived. The Fong family hosted their banquet at the city's most exclusive hotel, requiring invitations for entry. Through Zoe, I'd secured passes not just for myself but all of Tyler's relatives, friends, and co-workers. Every seat filled meant more witnesses to the spectacle. Tyler mistook this crowd as Zoe's thoughtful gesture, unaware we'd laid the first stone for his downfall. Disguised in a face mask and plain clothes, I blended into the bride's guest section while scanning the room. Though the Fangs hosted, nearly 24 tables were reserved for Tyler's entourage. Among them sat his beaming parents, colleagues, and Ryan, all whispering admiringly. Tyler's really made it. A co-worker marveled. Marrying into the Fong family? Talk about leveling up. Handsome. Successful. Upstanding. Tyler's mother preened. Our boy's a catch to spite, her voice trailed off meaningfully. Ryan smirked cryptically, you haven't seen half of what my boy's capable of. As the ceremony began, Tyler stood radiant at the altar, oblivious to the gathering storm. Zoe made her entrance in a couture gown dripping with crystals, her beauty outshining every diamond. Our eyes met across the aisle, she nodded resolutely. My jaw clenched watching Tyler's lovesick expression. This trash didn't deserve his radiant bride. Pulling out my phone, I texted frowny face, what cha doing? Amidst the admiring gasps for Zoe, Tyler discreetly checked his phone. A notification chimed, frowny face at corporate movie night. Babe. Can't text properly. Talk later? I snapped photos of both screens, his pathetic lie and Zoe's glorious walk down the aisle, before forwarding everything to our encrypted group chat. The timer on my phone ticked toward detonation. I smirked. Watch a movie? Then let me treat you to a spectacular show. As the bride and groom finally stood together, Zoe seized the MC's microphone. She gazed intently at Tyler, declaring solemnly, "This is the most unforgettable day of my life. I have a special gift for the groom." Tyler's face lit up with emotion. Thank you, babe. Before he could finish, the projector screen flickered. The wedding photos vanished, replaced by scrolling chat logs between Tyler and Ryan, vile discussions about Zoe, crude comments about random girls on the street. Check out that girl's fishnets, total trash. You go first. I'll follow. Lucky bastard having 2 girlfriends. Playing both sides? Relax. After I train them up, I'll share one with you. The crowd erupted in gasps as more explicit messages and compromising photos flooded the screen. Tyler's face turned ashen. Who did this? Shut it off! He roared, frantically searching for the remote before throwing himself in front of the screen, his pathetic frame failing to block the 100-inch display. Zoe sneered. Enjoying your gift, Tyler? When a selfie of Mina and Tyler appeared, he lunged at Zoe, only to be restrained by security. "You wanted my family's money and your first love?" Zoe spat into the microphone. "You and your bro Ryan deserve each other, filthy, disgusting parasites. How dare you leech off my family while two-timing?" Slap! Her palm cracked across his face, once, twice, echoing through the hall. I chuckled, savoring the chaos. Guests pointed at Ryan, now cowering in his seat. Tyler's relatives gawked or protested weakly. His parents smashed plates. His mother shrieking, "Lies! My son's innocent. These are photoshopped. We'll sue for defamation." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Would a wealthy family really fake this? Just break up. Why publicly humiliate him? I rolled my eyes. Let's see these compassionate folks react the same when their daughters get scammed. Tyler's mother escalated. Wailing on the floor, "The fangs seduced my pure son. Pay us reparations." Zoe trembled with rage until I removed my hat and mask. Tyler froze as I ascended the stage. "Mina!" Slap! My strike silenced his mother mid-screech. "Why you, Mrs. Young?" gaped. I smiled, microphone in hand. "Let's discuss real defamation. Shall we?" She belatedly realized her mistake and hastily told those around her. "I don't know her." I sneered, to placate both me and Zoe. Tyler took each of us home to meet his parents separately. "How could you not know he was two-timing? Not only were you aware, you helped cover it up, lying that this was his first relationship when he'd actually paraded countless girls through your house." I enunciated every syllable. "What exemplary role models you've been as parents." The Youngs gaped speechlessly. Tyler finally snapped out of his daze, hissing, "You two conspired to humiliate me?" I arched an eyebrow. "So what if we did?" Zoe coldly retorted. "We wouldn't have this opportunity if you hadn't exhausted your supply of decency." His eyes darted calculatingly before he lunged for Zoe's arm. "Zoe. She seduced me. I'm sorry. But you're my true love. Why else would I marry you? I'll cut ties with her completely. Let's proceed with the wedding and pretend none of this happened." "My darling." The resounding slap interrupted his plea. "Tyler, why don't you piss on a mirror? You're rotten to the core, the kind even farmland would reject. How dare you beg forgiveness?" Zoe gestured imperiously. "This is the Fong family's event. You and your entourage can crawl back to whatever hole you came from." "Oh, and every penny I spent on you these past 2 years? Repayment in full. Or we'll see you in court." With theatrical flourish, Zoe summoned security. The ejected entourage's protests faded as they were escorted out, leaving other guests to feast on both the banquet and fresh gossip. Zoe cheerfully addressed the crowd. "Eat hearty, everyone. Next wedding, I promise to pick someone who isn't human garbage." Later at my table, Zoe's vivacity dimmed. Leaning against my shoulder, she sighed. "Mina, it still stings. 2 years wasted on that trash." I squeezed her hand. "You're radiantly brave. Cross this bridge, and real love awaits." Her whisper trembled. "We deserve happiness." "Absolutely," I affirmed. The scandal spread like wildfire. Both Tyler and Ryan became local pariahs, the former fired after workplace harassment revelations, the latter dumped by his girlfriend. The disgraced duo became inseparable losers. I evicted Tyler. His belongings dumped curbside with strict trespass orders. True to her word, Zoe sued when Tyler defaulted on repayment. Jobless and blacklisted HR departments now recognized him from viral wedding footage. Tyler resorted to desperate theatrics. He bombarded Zoe with anonymous gifts and staged cringeworthy public declarations outside the Fong estate, only to be hosed off by security. Current mood: regretting ever finding his rat face attractive. Zoe texted me later. I chuckled. "Weekend brunch? Hell yes." She instantly replied. "At the mall. We toasted mimosas to our hard-won sisterhood." Surviving shared betrayal had forged an unshakable bond. Between bites of avocado toast, Zoe grinned wickedly. Next time some guy flashes abs and empty promises? We chorused. Background check first. Our laughter drew envious glances. Let them wonder we'd earned this joy. After a day of eating and drinking, Zoe asked me in the evening how I planned to get home. Checking the time, I replied, "My brother's picking me up. I'll wait in the parking garage." "Aren't you heading to your car too? Let's go down together." We just entered the garage when a figure lunged from the shadows and grabbed me. Instinctively, I executed a shoulder throw, slamming the assailant onto the concrete. Zoe immediately shouted for security as the figure groaned. "Don't! It's me!" Keeping our distance under the fluorescent lights, I recognized Tyler. The once polished finance bro now resembled a meth addict's sallow skin stretched over protruding bones, ill-fitting clothes hanging from his frame like rags. His bloodshot eyes darted between us, mouth working soundlessly until he finally croaked. "Mina, I need." Still harassing me wasn't enough? Zoe snapped, stepping between us. "Now you're stalking Mina? Get lost before I call campus police." Tyler produced a crumpled medical report with trembling hands. Liver cancer, stage 4, the date stamp showed a diagnosis 3 weeks prior. I studied his jaundiced eyes and wasted frame. "Impressive commitment to the role," I remarked coolly. "Dramatic weight loss? Method acting? It's real," he rasped. "I'm dying. Mina. We've known each other since high school, loved each other 6 months. Loved?" Zoe snorted. "You mean cheated every weekend?" Ignoring her, Tyler grasped my wrist. "My parents will give you our family savings. Let's get married. Have a baby before. Aw. The dying predator's final hunt for an heir. Your diagnosis seems inaccurate," I said, peeling his clammy fingers away. "The tumor is clearly in your skull. Spend your trust fund on hospice care, not delusions." His sickly pallor flushed puce. "You're rejecting me? After everything?" Odd question. I smiled. Who'd want a corpse that reeks of tequila and regret? As I turned, he wheezed. "We were classmates. Which makes me regret not transferring schools sooner." Zoe fell into step beside me as we left him hunched over in the antiseptic garage light. "Think he'll try again? Terminal narcissism tends to outlast terminal illness." I shrugged. "But he'll find easier prey." The automatic doors hissed shut behind us, sealing Tyler's choked sobs in the concrete tomb. My wrist tightened as Tyler Young grabbed me again. I tried to shake him off but failed. Despite his frail appearance, the man possessed surprising strength. His features twisted grotesquely as he hissed through clenched teeth. "Mina, you and Zoe plotted against me. The Fong family are untouchable. But you? You'll bear my child to settle this debt. Or I'll make your life hell." Rage surged through me. I slapped him hard across the face with my free hand. "Get lost!" The blow snapped Tyler's head sideways. A venomous glint flickered in his eyes before he lunged at me. I opened my mouth to scream when a blur of movement intercepted him. My brother's fist connected with Tyler's jaw in a sickening crunch. "Who the hell touches my sister?" Ryan Holt's voice cut through the parking garage like tempered steel. Tyler crumpled to the concrete, playing dead after 2 punches. My brother adjusted his cufflinks, dusted imaginary lint from his tailored suit, then turned to inspect me. He'd been circling the garage after failed phone attempts when Zoe intercepted him. The Fong heiress had guided him straight to the confrontation. "Thank God you came," I breathed, pulse still racing. Ryan's stern expression softened. "All that matters is you're safe. Let's go." I opened my mouth to mention Zoe's chauffeur-driven Bentley, but the socialite chirped first, "Thanks, Brother Sinclair." Her sudden formality felt peculiar. That night marked Zoe's relentless interrogation about Ryan. The bubbly heiress and my stoic investment banker brother formed an unlikely pairing, sunshine meeting glacier. Yet 6 months later, I found myself in a bridal suite watching makeup artists transform Zoe into a vision of satin and lace. The scene mirrored her disastrous first wedding. Except now the groom stood tall in Armani, not cowering on concrete. "Quit dawdling, Mina," Zoe giggled, diamond earrings catching the chandelier light. "My maid of honor can't look like she dressed in the dark." I rolled my eyes. Since when did Mina replace Big Sister? She stuck out her tongue. "Perks of being your new sister-in-law." Our phones pinged simultaneously. Zoe's manicured finger swiped the notification. Finally! My lawyers recovered the settlement from Tyler. The mention sparked memory. Didn't he have corporate health insurance? If he actually had liver cancer. Faked diagnosis. Obviously. Zoe's smile didn't reach her eyes. Probably holed up in some clinic playing victim. We both avoided mentioning Tyler since his disappearance. Legal proxies handled necessary communications. Until my phone buzzed with a high school group chat. "Mina, did you hear? Tyler's dead." I stared at the message, thumb hovering over the keyboard. After a beat, I typed, "Really?" My classmate replied instantly, "Of course." Some of our classmates went to the funeral. His parents cried their eyes out. From the rapid messages, I pieced together Tyler's life trajectory over the past 6 months. He really was sick, liver cancer. That diagnosis was real. But he couldn't afford treatment and was drowning in debt. His so-called brothers had already skipped town. Completely useless. His parents sold their only home. Yet he still marched steadily toward death. I wonder if he felt any remorse for his past actions when he drew his last breath. Today happened to be his funeral. The life insurance payout coincidentally arrived today too. The classmate sent me a funeral photo. The elderly couple in the picture looked utterly heartbroken. They said, losing their only son. Those poor old folks. I blinked. Poor? When they helped Tyler scam those girls. They didn't care about anyone's suffering. After thanking my classmate for the gossip, I put down my phone and turned to Zoe. "Zoe, Tyler's dead." She froze momentarily before breaking into a smile. "Today really is a great day." Watching her radiant grin, I thought gratefully, thank goodness we exposed that scumbag's true colors in time. Otherwise, Zoe might have become another bitter woman trapped in resentment. I nodded, truly a great day.